Good evening, everybody. How is everybody doing? I hope everybody is doing well.
Hello.
In these mean streets of Miami over here, driving around, it has been a very busy last 6 months. I have not posted an update on the XD in quite some time. So, some of the things that have been updated on it, the 50-gallon tank thing is going well from the Titan fuel tanks. That's doing its well. It's holding on. I just have to, once I get time and I'm not going out to sea constantly back and forth, I could probably get that reprogrammed so that way it can read for the 50-gallon tank. So everything else other than that is going well now, with the exception of I could have a key on me and the truck won't register it. Luckily, I'm not into a questionable type of lifestyle where I have to run away from anybody, but if I was, I'd be dead, because there's a delay in starting, so it'll say
Key ID not registered.
there you go, something of that regards, where the
Key
key ID not registered, or I can't see the key for some reason, and then I have to do some back in the day Nintendo, Super Nintendo cheat codes just to get the thing to start. So basically what I have to do is I have to basically press the lock or the unlock button several times while holding the brakes and pressing the start button. That is really annoying. So, but other than that, the truck is still riding as like the day I first bought it, and the Bilstein shocks are definitely a testament to that. I had a rear bumper that I was going to replace, but here in I'm not in Jacksonville right now, but my trailer with all my belongings in it, and it got stolen. And those also held the bolts that had that wrench style bumper that I had purchased. So all the bolts, and I guess there's like 2 mounting plates or whatnot, those were in there. So I've got a bumper with no bolts or whatever to go with it. But right now I am sitting at 81,000 miles.
Wow.
So, and I will say, just like I always do as far as concerns, my major concern is with the discontinuation of the 5-liter Cummins. Number one is going to be resale value, since Nissan is not going to be making anymore. So that kind of worries me a bit. And then as the vehicle ages, well, guess what? It's going to be less and less of them out on the street. So what happens is finding parts for it, and to fix it is going to be quite expensive as well, because as I guess the warehouses drop inventory as far as parts and stuff for these vehicles, it's going to become more and more expensive to fix said vehicles and whatnot once these things get expensive to
Like 1980 vehicles? Ooh, those much cost a fortune.
So what little one is saying over here is she seems to think it's 1980s vehicles. But if the parts are in circulation and there's many of them, it shouldn't be a big major issue. But for a vehicle like this, I'll say this because I had a vehicle that was similar to that. I had a 2004 Mitsubishi Diamante that became that issue. I would have kept it. It ran well and everything, but that it was a VRX, so there wasn't that many of them around, and it definitely became one of those things where if I would have kept it longer, it definitely would have been very expensive to maintain. And it had a lot of things that was going bad for it, so I was just like, you know what, I am definitely not going to maintain and hold on to it forever when I know it's going to end up being a money pit, right? So I hope everybody is doing well, and I'm doing well, but I've been noticing that there's been a lot of buyback cases with Nissan, so I follow the
Instruction manual?
no, not the instruction manual, but I follow like the Lemon owners in the Facebook group, and those that actually own them. Now, do I think I actually have a Lemon? I don't believe so. I think I actually got I guess maybe this one was built somewhat right, so I don't think I have some of the issues that other people have because they were fixed from the start. So with the turbo issue, they just replaced the turbo with a 17 turbo. They reflashed it when I had the dead pedal bulletin that came out. Well, basically all they did was reprogrammed it. Regens, yes, that's a kind of sort of a pain because you can hear, not hear, but you can smell the diesel fumes in the cab. So that's kind of sort of a pain. But other than that, you know, there's a couple of little things. There is one thing that I think I may have put in another video, but when you're making, for me, it's when I'm making like a U-turn or something like that. I got this, it's almost like a squeaking sound.
Oh.
Yeah, like a squeaking sound, so that I'm gonna have to, but then again, something else I haven't had time to do because I'm constantly gone. So,
You are gone for a purpose.
yeah, so it's just one of those, not too bad or crazy, but definitely something I want to look at. Now, I don't know if something's loose or something that can cause a major issue in the long run. But other than that, it's been pretty decent. So I want to wish everybody
A Merry Christmas! I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
Definitely. Thank you.
Feliz Navidad.